What's up, YouTube? Back with the video. LA Mamba. It is March 29, 2023, and it is a Wednesday, and we already closed the shop. I'm making a video for you guys. So lots of progress on what we've been doing recently. One of my projects that I've been working on in the last week and a half or so, pretty much my car was running, took out the motor. I didn't like how this one front radiator support looked like from the previous owner, cut into it, and you know, I decided to just go all out. So yeah, I freaking took this car to my buddy that is a very good welder, and he does all kinds of like fabrication work, and he was able to receive my car on Friday night and return my car Monday morning. So I want to show you the results, what we did, and here we go. So we did a tubular front end. So if you can see, it's all cut, and we got these bars coming out this way. Makes the car lighter, makes it way more room, and it looks better in my opinion. And it looks a lot better in my opinion than what it was before, when it was all like cut in the front right here. It looked very ugly from the previous owner. Yeah, that I didn't like that at all. But you know, this thing was done in 3 days. Something like this was usually takes like 3 months, but that guy was like, anything for you, man. Put in front of the line, get the job done, out real quick. Pay him his good money, and we got the car back. I already started cleaning it, degreasing it. Now what I'm gonna do is continue degreasing it again, and then I wanna sand it, and I'm gonna be painting this. So I gotta take this all off. I wanna be able to paint it nice and red, and you know, continue with the project. After that, do a lot of other stuff. I'm gonna replace all these fuel lines, get some aftermarket upgraded ones that are better than that, because I'm gonna run 85 with the 408 motor. I mean, those already upgraded, but those look very ugly. I don't like the quality that the previous owner used, and this was a twin turbo car before. I'm gonna make it a single turbo car. Anyways, for now it's gonna be a NA, and pretty much this is something that I have a lot of passion for. I love working on the cars, especially I learn a lot. I'm always learning, and same thing can go for any business, right? You just do a lot of little things, and then you already done it. You're like, oh, I know how to do it, and then next time you can do it again. But it's really fun for me. So here we go with tire shop business. Little tips. Here we go. So since you walk a lot in the tire shop business, you gotta have some very good boots. And so, you know, this is not a topic I even touched ever before, but you gotta be always like changing your boots very consistently. If you get like, you know, medium to like cheaper brand boots, if you're in this business, because if you don't change them and you just keep running them, then you're just gonna be having a step really wrong. Like your foot's gonna be like, you know, tired all the time. Your calves are gonna be always tired, your back and stuff like that. So you gotta be changing your boots. So but to make this the best scenario for you is you gotta get really good boots. You know, just so you can use an example, I like to use the Red Wing boots. Very good quality. They're expensive, but they're solid. They last a long time. So you don't have to keep buying them over and over and over. You know, those boots, man, you gotta get some good stuff. Whatever brand you like. But you gotta try on a bunch of boots one day. Take your time. Try on a bunch of boots like at a store. But it's gotta be one of those very good stores. And you know, you try them on and just get a very good comfortable pair. And then like what I do, I just buy multiple ones, and I don't gotta go there for like many months. And instead of like going to eBay and just buying some cheap boots, and you know, those lighter boots that cost like $100, those are not gonna last you, by the way. They're just gonna like last you for like max 6 months. And it's if you're lucky. You know, those things will always last me like 3 months. I always gotta be changing in the past. But you know, if you buy good quality boots, it's gonna last you a very long time. So that's a must in this business, because you're gonna be walking a whole bunch, standing for many hours. And if you're not gonna be changing tires and walking the cars and blackjacking them up and stuff like that, then this is probably not that important. You can probably get some decent ones that you don't like, you know, you're not busting it like hardcore and doing this business. But if you're going hardcore and, you know, talking to a lot of customers and installing all kinds of tires during the day, and then you got to get some really good boots. Very. So if you have some like decent boots right now, think about it right now. If you have some decent boots, you know, I would recommend start there. Just go to the store whenever you can on your day off, buy some expensive boots that are going to last you a long time, and just, you know, you can stick to those over and over and not have any issues with your like feet. If you're like a very light person, then you know, you're not going to beat them up as fast. But you know, if you're like heavier person, then that way it messes up those boots, you know. And you can buy shoes and use them, because shoes are actually super comfortable and awesome, and they look cool and all that. And I used to use shoes, but they just do not last much. They go up really fast, and you know, that works too. But they just don't last, man. Like they just like fold and they get like soft, and then that's it. Like they don't last much, man. Those shoes, man, will last you like 2 months. Put it like that. Man, you get like Red Wings, it's gonna be like a year and a half. You know, it's well worth it. But I've tried many years, different combinations. I tried this, I tried that. When it comes to the feet, I've tried, you know, you name it. And the best route, I'll tell you guys, is like a softer boot, not like those hard ones, like the construction ones that are usually like red and yellow. As in like yellow or red or orange. Those I find they're cool, they do last, but they're like uncomfortable, like long term. They're just really hard. Like by that 9th hour work, 10th hour, you're like, oh fuck, this is kind of hurting. But if you get like a softer boot, then like, you know, like those black ones that like they have like a steel toe or like a non-steel toe. But you know, I recommend a steel toe. They just last a little longer. Like they don't fold as much. When I say fold, I'm saying it's just like when you step and your foot, like, you know, folds, and you know, that can make your calves like real tired. They're like super soft. But if you're gonna have like steel toe ones, then they're gonna be a little stiffer. Then they're gonna fold less. Then that means your calf is not gonna be bending as much, which you're gonna be able to last a lot longer. Work more comfortable. It's a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. If you're gonna be going really fucking hard, beasting it, you know, I got a nice quote by Dan Penna today. Actually, I had it like years, but I just reread it today. It says, "Hunger creates beasts of men, and demons of beasts." And so like it goes with this tire shop, and I totally agree. Like if you're freaking like hungry and growing, and you know, you're gonna find fucking ways to create money and, you know, pay your bills, and you know, you become an inventor. One person told me one time, man, if you acquire something you really love and passionate about, and you just don't know how you're gonna pull it off, but once you get it, you know, once you acquire that asset, is that you're gonna become an inventor. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do it, but you invent a way to afford that thing. And so the same thing with that one quote is like, if you're gonna go working really hard and, you know, be a beast in this business, you gotta have some comfortable ass fucking boots, because it's just you know, you gotta go about cost too. How much do they cost? And you know, they're gonna cost more in the beginning, but they're gonna last you longer. It ends up being cheaper in the long run. So highly recommend some good boots, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so moving on. A lot of sales. It's just awesome. We have a lot of inventory. You just, you know, be selling, and you don't have to buy more. You don't have to buy more. You just, you know, go through hell in the beginning when you're buying them or paying for them and stuff. And then you got, like, you know, 5-6 months down, you have them there, and you're selling, and it's just like, wow, they just sell, and your cash flow increases, and you don't have to buy more. It's just awesome. I do talk about a lot about the inventory over here about the business, but it just, man, it's so beautiful. It's just one of the best fucking things. It's like if you have like a badass fucking car you love, it's fast and all that, and it feels great, and then you throw like a supercharger on it. That's what a bunch of inventory is. Like, you have a fucking badass LSX and you fucking run super great, and you still have that freaking car, you saw that same motor, but you just throw some 2 turbos on it or 1 turbo on it, and now it just runs even better. You're just like, wow, I can't believe this shit exists. That's just the way it is with the inventory in this tire shop business. It's just like, I can't believe that exists. It's just so good when you have so much inventory. But that's how it is. So then you're able to like cross sizes. And so it's like, oh, I don't have that size, but I can sell you this size. All right, cool. Yeah, put it on. How much is it? Let's go and shit, you know? And you just get sales and sales and sales and sales. And another good thing about the business that I've been loving recently a lot is my team is very strong, man. I got some very good people. I'm able to like now take off time from work and do other things or rest, and then come back to the shop, and it just profitable, and things are running so smooth. And yeah, there are hiccups, there are mistakes of not, when you're there you could avoid some mistakes, yes, because you're gonna be catching things. If you're looking at what they're doing, you catch things, and then you save yourself money, because you know they scratch a rim, or they rip a tire, they break a sensor, and you know, you tell them up front, like example, like Ford sensors are on the inside, those fucking older ones, let's say like Expedition or like an Explorer, and they have that sensor wrapped around that rim, or you know, or even like the little freaking Ford Focus, the older ones that have the same sensor, and then you know, they're opposite of the valve sensor. So the valve sensor right here, and then the sensor's over here inside the tire. So you don't know it is there if you don't know nothing about tires, or you're not paying attention. But if you're experiencing, oh, those kind of cars have that sensor inside, I tell my guys, break the bead on this side, because normally you break the bead on the opposite side. So if they break the bead on the opposite side like normal, then they break the sensor, and you got to do the whole programming, but and then put, you know, buy a sensor to put it on, which is, you should already have them in the shop, but anyways, it just costs you time and money. Compared to if you're there, you look at those and you're like, oh, team, those have the sensor on the opposite side, and they know what you mean. That means that the sensor's not on the valve and the sensor's over here. So things like that you will avoid, yes, when you're there. If you're starting out, or you know, in 10 years or less in the business, you know, highly recommendable you're fucking there as much as possible. And then like later on, like let's say in my position, those little mistakes, it doesn't really matter that much. It's only for me, just an example, they break a sensor, $25 a sensor, right? Because that's what I pay for my sensors. If they rip a tire, let's use one. Like the other day, like 2 days ago, I sold a set of 37 1250 17s that I have in the back. Let me just walk back there. But that one of my guys ripped one, and I know they're good because I sold the guy new ones, 5 new ones, and I kept 5 of them, and my guy ripped it. And I know what it looks like when you stretch the tire, you rip it. So, but the point is, like, I got another tire, the fifth one, and I was selling 4 of them, right? So she's got that tire, throw it away, and then she got the other tire, put it on, set of 4 sold. And by the way, those tires were free. They just left them because I sold a set of 4. He's like, yeah, you can have these. All right, cool. But you can avoid a lot of that stuff if you're actually there and looking at them when you're actually supposed to be, you know, doing your job and working and stuff like that. I mean, you just get a big bang for your buck. Yes, you have to freaking work. You gotta be at the shop. Yes, I know. But if you are like not scared of hard work, you want to make some good money. You know, you build a tire shop. You know, with a little bit of inventory, let's just say, learn the business that way, and then you're able to get a lot more inventory, and then later on you're able to like free up a little bit of time. Well, however much time you want. I mean, I don't need a lot of time, but I do take time off when I can. But if I can't, no worries. I'm here and I'm working and making a good living and making some money to pay off debt, or, you know, buy some more property or whatever it is. Continue with the multiple streams of income. Lately there's been a lot of demand for the limo. I've rented it 2 times. I got 2 bookings. The third one is pending right now. So actually I got 3 right now locked up, and there's a lot more that wanna rent it, talking about it. But it's something when right here, like when I don't want to, like, you know, deal with it, like this last 3 months, super busy at the shop, a lot of going on with my cars, a lot going on with my properties. I just didn't want to fuck with it, you know. I just left it there and, you know, just pay insurance and that's it, not much. But then I was just like, I'll just deal with it later whenever I can get some time. And yeah, my time has been freeing up a little bit, so I'm able to mess around with that thing more. So I'll probably just use it for myself, and then do rides with it recently. But it's pretty cool when you have things paid off and don't have to have payments, and then you can use it whenever you want, not because you have to use it because you have to make money. No. It's a lot better when you have a lot of options, because you've been working really hard buying things you can use to make more money, and it doesn't have to be used, right? TPMS sensors, they've been selling. Today someone came in with one of their own that was on there. They just needed to be programmed, so we just programmed it on. $45, which is labor only. I know my prices are pretty cheap, but we got a gang of business, gang of volume, so it's every single day it's a lot of business. So it's good like that. So you can do whatever type of business you want when it comes to tire shop business. Both ways do work right, really good. If you sell tires at higher profits and lower amount of volume, that's good too. If you're like me, sell a lot of tires, lower amount of profit, that's good too. Or later on, I mean, you first start with, let's say, lower amount of tires, higher amount of profits, and then you transition to later on acquiring more, because it gets very expensive. Even for me, man, tires are very expensive. Keep buying, and you know, it's like never ending. So then later on you transition to that higher volume. We have more customers and you're able to sell them at a lower price. Like an example for me, there's so much tires that I have and a lot of customers, a lot of demand. So what happens is, just an example, this week, which was yesterday or Monday, whatever it was a customer on a 265 45 20s. Do you have a set of 4? Yes, I got a set of 4. Come down. He comes down and I say, oh, 250, right? And solid balance. And then he's all right, cool. And then we go to put them on. One is no good. And I'm like, damn, man. I look everywhere. I do not have another one, a set of 4 But I do notice I have a new one, and the new ones I bought, they're like they're inexpensive for me. They're expensive still, but they're way inexpensive compared to like a regular, you know. So example, in this case, it was a Continental, brand new. I think they're like 250 or something. I got it like at I don't know, probably about $80. And then so the customer wasn't here. I mean, I looked at it, we didn't have it. So what I did was I just grabbed one of my new ones, the one I paid $80 for, and just threw it in there. And I was like, you know, loss or whatever you want to call it, a loss or a win or whatever. Customer didn't know, left happy, you know, didn't know the difference. Customers don't know, by the way. If you put new or used, they just think it is what it is, and that's it. And I don't even tell them, just put the new one, the 3 used ones, charge them $250, and gone. Happy customer is the most important thing. He's gonna be coming back. He's gonna be sending family, friends, co-workers, and everybody's happy. And so yeah, there are times when I sell a tire at the same price I get it. I just put my free labor. There are times that I lose money on the tire because I know I'm not gonna be able to sell it for more in the future. Just an example of that. I had a 225/70/16. It was a all-terrain tire. And so you know, if you don't know about that size, is not that big. They're actually up there. See that? 225/70/16. So those really out here in Cali, you don't have no all-terrain tires that size. That's like East Coast stuff when it's like all like raining everywhere all the time, and right here it don't rain much. But if it's like over there, it's like muddy all the time. You know, people want all-terrains for like all kinds of sizes, not here. So it's like, all right, brand new, I paid like, I don't know, I think I paid like 65 or something, or for a brand new, like I don't know if it was a BF Goodrich KO2 or it was like a Falcon all-terrain or some weird thing like that. And then customer came, you know. So pretty much I think I lost like $20 on it. Like I paid for 65, I sold it for like 45 or something like that, or something like a warranty, or I don't remember. They paid 45 for a warranty and they didn't like it or something. I offered them that one because that was like the only tire, and this was like a few months back. And I offered it, they're like, yeah, that was good, put it on, and so like end up losing like $20 on like the tire. Like that's what the stuff you gotta do. You're gonna be buying like at a large amount of like inventory, random sizes, and you're gonna be stuck with stuff that you're like, you gotta, you know, before making the deal, you gotta think, okay, I want to pay this much and I want to lose some of these tires. I'm not gonna make money on everything. I'm not gonna break even on everything. You just gotta have the workflow moving. Just keep moving. You know, cars come in, cars come out, you freaking lose money, whatever, fuck it. You know, just send it. Well, you got a whole bunch more, and you're gonna make money on all this other. So if you buy 100 tires, and you make money on like 98 of them, and you lose money on 2, that's like, I'll gladly take those 2 all day, every day. If your inventory is moving fast, then shit. If you get like, you sell like 100 tires every freaking like month of new, of like the discounted stuff or whatever it is, 50 every 2 weeks, or I mean whatever it is, 50 a month or whatever you count your numbers, you know, 150 a month, 200 tires a month, whatever it is. But those are the numbers. Then I'm like, gladly take them. Keep moving the freaking workflow. Keep selling your tires, and you know, win or loss, just keep moving. It's just like, so that's what happened with that deal. That's what happened to the other deal. So there is some losses, very, very few, but that's the type of losses you're gonna get. But for the customer, it's gonna be a gain. Like, they're not gonna be losing. They're gonna be gaining like a new tire for a used price. You know, so they win. So they're gonna be even more happy. You know, recommend more people, and man, it's just a lot of fucking business. You're just gonna be exploding with business. Like, something you'll be like, man, where all these fucking people come from? You know what I mean? Like, shit, like, I love it. You know, that's the tire shop business right there. I love it, man. I'm very, very grateful. I became good at this business, although, you know, you can't make like millions of dollars in this business, but at least you can become very dependable on the income, and you can grow your income little by little if you're doing the thing. If you're working really hard, if you're doing the things right. It depends what stage are you in. Sometimes you can be like, I don't feel like freaking working on tires, and I want to just work on my own shit. Like me and my project right here, my freaking fiber is like, I just feel like working on this thing. I'm fucking advancing so much on it, and I'm really happy just fucking keep doing this thing. And you can do that too. You know, it really depends what the fuck you want to do when you have your own shop. And I hope this is motivating you. Got a lot of you guys. I know you guys be sending messages and saying, hey man, this is very motivating what you're saying, and you know, I can't wait for my shop, or I got my shop, and you know, I'm very excited to have my shop. And you know, or Mr. Rene over there, like big baller and shit, like, yo, I sold 100 tires today. I was like, fuck, that's motivation right there. I'm like, man, that's a gang of motherfucking tires, I'll tell you that. But yeah, that's awesome. I love this business, and hopefully we can continue to do some very good in this world when it comes to this changing this tire industry. You know, there's a lot of changes that I see we all gotta like make. I know they will change little by little. The first one was during the pandemic time. Our prices were all just way too low in this tire business. When they came to labor, man, you know, it was like, how much for a rotation? You know, it was like a little bit amount. Here you go, if customers paid, they leave all happy with a cheap ass price. And we're out here like, fuck, we did a lot of work for a little bit of money and shit. But the pandemic changed all that. The pandemic was like, all right, you know, here's your chance to like put your prices at market rate. Everybody puts their prices at market rate, and you know, everybody makes more money. I mean, and that's everybody. So the workers, and more tips, and the business owners. It was very good for the business owners, by the way. When you put those prices up, it was just like, man, like this is actually the price it's supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be a $10 patch. You know what I mean? Those $10 patches went out the window like pre-pandemic. Well, I wasn't doing that. I was charging 15, but you know, $20 sounds more legit for a patch in my opinion. You know, it was just way too cheap. But that was one of the good things. But there's more good things that should come from hopefully from these videos. Hopefully we can build like a network for, let's say, a state, or like North State, South State, like SoCal, NorCal, let's just an example, or wherever state you're at, that you can like build a freaking network of whatever it is, a Facebook group, or a freaking WeChat, or fucking whatever chat room you want to build, or an app or something like that connects like tire shop owners that say, hey, I got these tires, I'm sorry, I need these tires, does anybody have this size, like nearby? Let's say like, oh, SoCal, and you know, SoCal right here, fuck, I don't know how many fucking thousands of tire shops there is that we don't know each other. You know what I mean? Like, we're just so close by, a bunch of neighbors that we don't know each other. But if we have something built like that, like, hey, area tire shop owners, you got to get on this freaking app thing if you want to make some more money, because we can share like tires right here, like, and not share tires, but what I'm saying is like share your inventory. But yeah, you pay whatever the owner wants. You know, hey, how much you want for these? You know, and then, you know, because you have the customer over here, and it's, oh, okay, tanto and shit, you know, this much, and then, okay, you can get them like in a day or two or whatever, and then you talk to your customer, and vice versa. Some people have a customer over there, and then you're like, oh shit, I got these whatever, 275, 35, 21s, how much, whatever, $25 each or $35 each, whatever you want to sound for. All right, come sound, and then they come pick them up, and then they put them on over there for like $100 each. Just an example. By the way, those are Tesla tires. I sold the Tesla tire like yesterday. He won a 275, 30, 21, and selling for $100. He's like, oh yeah, happy. I'm super happy. Like, here you go. Pay me $100 right away, cash, and freaking that fool left all happy with his fucking badass tire. Got it back on his Tesla and went de volada. You know, like that thing was stuck on the road, and so you know, that's another thing, by the way. Tesla tires now, you guys gotta start getting 21s now, man. I get a huge demand out here in 21s now. Now is the time of like to bring in all these like 21s and you'll be able to sell them. I used to get like 21s like 20 years ago when it was like the popular thing with the low, like the fucking little low profile. Those things never sold. They were popular, they look cool like on the videos, but in real life they weren't fucking nowhere. No one had fucking 21s back then. Right now a shitload of Teslas have 21, all kinds of sizes. They're 18s, 19s, 21s. I can't remember what 20s. They're probably 20s too. I can't remember the 20s right now, but pretty sure there's 20s in Teslas. But 22s also. There's some 285, 35. This size. These are Tesla tires. 285, 35, 22. And then there's also 265, 35, 22. Sold some of those. But yeah, so if you're watching this video, you guys gotta start buying used 21s because they're here to stay. These guys are all over the place. What else can I tell you guys? I know you guys are hooked right now, getting some content, getting some content for your tire shop business. Hopefully we keep growing this channel, or grow our tire shop business and bringing a lot of value to you tire shop owners or future owners, or even tire shop workers trying to bring value to the tire shop owners. I mean, this is really about the tire shop business and multiple streams of income. There's a lot of money to be made everywhere pretty much, in different types of industries too, not just tire shop business. As you can see, I have a U-Haul. I'm a U-Haul location here, a U-Haul dealer. There's a sign right there. You got the U-Hauls right here. They rent, they come back, they rent, they come back. Buy extra things, you rent out. I rented out that tractor about a month ago. The guy paid me $600 for the rental. I mean, everywhere you can, make some money, you gotta go and you gotta do it, man, because life's expensive, especially out here in Cali. Super expensive. You gotta keep, the money can't stop. You just gotta keep coming in and coming in and coming in. Oh yeah, guys, so check it out. Talking about it's very, very expensive. Out here in Cali, we got so one of my properties has actually there's a lot of properties that have on the freaking, I don't know, whatever. When it comes to, I'm in the light bill. But I'm talking about one of them especially that I did pretty much 4 units on, and I'm on the light bill, and then they pay me the light. Well, they don't pay me the light, they just pay a flat rate for the light, and as in it's included in the rental. They're not paying for light at all. I'm the one paying the light, but I'm putting a charge on the rental and just estimating how much it's gonna be, and then just I pay the light bill, and then they live there pretty much. And California, there was this something about weather, something about, I don't know, there's this law that passed, and pretty much 2 times a year, the light bill, they will help you with the light bill. The light company don't charge you what happens. So, they don't charge you almost anything, or they give you a big credit. So on one of my properties, I usually pay I don't know, it goes from $850 a month to $1,000 or something a month, right? Depends on the time, depends how much light the tenants use. Well, today, it came out to fucking $40. It's how the fuck did they give you a $40 bill? And I was like, what the fuck happened? What's going on? They're gonna charge you later and shit. And then I looked into it, and they said on the email, hey, there's a credit that we get 2 times a year because of weather or something, I don't know. And it's okay. And I looked, I was like, wow, man, my cash flow went on that thing real high this month. It was a beautiful thing. I was just very excited about that. But the other property too, but I didn't have expensive light bills on those. They're just low amounts. Here at the shop, it was just $100 off. At the house, where I live, it was a negative, a -50 or something, -$50. It was just a crazy amount. It was just everybody. I mean, I was like, wow, that was an awesome freaking thing. Pretty much, real estate for the win right there. It was cool. But anyways, guys, I'll let you go, and I'll see you guys next time. Mamba out.